Hey folks, TNT Neon here. Well, this is going to be a video on how I modded my D3, Sakura D3 from counter steer to rear wheel drive. I'm used to modding stuff, of course. People that knows me on YouTube, Heli Freak, whatever, they know me, know that if it ain't right, I'm going to mod it to make it right, do something to it different to make it fly. Right, what I'm talking about, like to my Helis, I did MCPX, original MCPX turnip brushless, took the MSR, original MSR turnip brushless, the MSRX turnip brushless. So, you know, it's just what I do. I like modding stuff, especially when it comes down if it's needed. So I want to go rear wheel drive with this Sakura D3, and pretty much didn't want to buy another chassis for a rear wheel drive vehicle once I can take something. The Lord bless me to know how to do some things and, you know, ask questions and figure out some things. So this is what I came up with. I saw on a bunch of forums where guys were taking the shocks, the springs and stuff, and mounting them across here. So mounting one shock across here and then running a rod up and a little lever to get the shot to compress whenever it runs through. So basically what I done was took my shock and trimmed it back. This is a wheel hub to mount the wheel on. So I basically took and reversed my shock mount, and all I did was take it and send it back so it's sending a lean so I can get a good more angle up front. Right here I had to, on the steering bell crank, I had to take this right here is a Dubro. It's for airplanes and stuff. Where it's the elevator or rudder. So what I did was got this idea from my man Mark. So I cut this off right here and cut it in two right here to get the extension. Alright. So if you see, I have the extension turned in a little bit, and I have this on both sides. So I have this extension on both sides. There it is right there. You see how I got it angled in. Alright. So that's to get a good deep angle. Alright. Yeah, y'all can see been doing a lot of carving in there. And right here in that hole there, I had to open that hole up wider. That's where the main pulley went at and actually rode in there. So I had to make that hole wider to get the depth, so you can see that arm goes right up in there to get that perfect angle. Well, it ain't too perfect, but it's not like a standalone rear wheel drive chassis. Alright. Also, you see, I took some aluminum. Usually I don't take aluminum and hack it up, but it's on the car. It's not flying, so it's not going to really matter because it's on the ground. So I had to take the aluminum I had, and I had to hack it up, and I literally really hacked it up, which it don't matter to me because it's on the ground and it's sliding. So I had to hack that up in the back. Actually had to hack the back of the arm up also, so to get that perfect angle, and I'll show you the angle in a second. Also in the front, I had to do the same thing. Right here in the front. Had to go in here and carve it out just a little bit. I did this on both sides. Alright. Pretty much that's about it what I did to the front. And now I go back to the back to get this joker to the slide just like I want the slide. I put weight here on the axle. Got that idea from Blue Star 4, if I'm saying it right. He comes and drifts with us on Sundays. he hangs with Killer Sushi. All right. So I got 21, a total of 21 on the axle. So we got 21 here and 21 there. I have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think, 6, 7 grams of, well, 6 rows of 3, 7 grams weight back here. So that's 3, 21, 42, 21, 42. Let's see, 21. That's 42, 42, 42, 40, 42, 42, 84. Almost like 80 some grams, I think, back here. I'm thinking. So that's what I had to do to get that thing to slide right to grip. I'm running like 6 degrees of camber, negative camber on the rear. I'm running like maybe 3 or 4 on the front. Had to use, of course, the gyro, a line GP 780, which I had from my fly bar days. So that's why you never throw nothing away. Running a Novak 13.5 drift spec motor. That's the drift spec ESC. Also had the fan up front to keep it cool. Running a 14 drive, 14 pulley up front, 80 spur gear. Make sure there's this running to the rear. So we're gonna turn it, get it a little bit. Yeah, there you go. 14 to 14 to 22, and this regular stock lock gear in the back. So now I show you the angle that I'm getting on it, and I'm pretty stoked about this angle because it's kind of hard to get this angle with a lot of work. So that's pretty much the angle that I'm getting on it as of now. So that's pretty doggone good to be a stock frame and a little know-how of modding. So yeah, that's pretty deep. And then back to this side right here. So that's pretty deep. Really like that. All right. Well, that's why I just want to show you everything I've done to get this Joker modded and everything for rear wheel drive drifting. All right, and you got to have a gyro on this thing because if not, it won't hold a straight line for crap. It'll be all over the place. I forgot to something that add to the video. I'm running 30 weight shock oil in the rear, soft springs also in the rear. I'm running a hard spring up front with 50 weight oil up front. That's just so that Joker, when it squats, it bites down and gets me a good slide. And the 50 weight for all the weight up front and everything with the motor, but it grips pretty good. So like I said, 50 up front with a stiff spring, 55 up front with a stiff spring, my bad, and 30 in the rear, 30 weight in the rear, and a soft spring. All right, as I always say, God is good all the time. TNT out.